Welcome to today's session on health. Today we have a very exciting session. We have two very exciting gentlemen that are going to share with us. These are people who are very experienced in the field of health, and they've been with us for some time. They have a personal experience about the topic that you're going to talk about, and they will share from a wealth of knowledge. So you are pretty lucky today to have these two gentlemen. And I'm going to invite one of them, and he will then invite the second speaker. The first gentleman is called Dan Odero. Dan Odero has been with us since 1996. He's one of our very, very successful directors in the company. He has a wealth of knowledge and experience about matters health and matters making money, matters financial. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Dan to take it up. Dan, karibu.
Thank you so much, Fred. Asante sana. We have been with Fred since 96, both of us hoteliers. And we made a bit of a change into a different industry where things are exciting. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening if you're from other, or good morning. I know there might be some people from different regions. This afternoon or this morning or this evening, wherever you are, we are discussing a topic on health. I'd like to make a disclaimer before we start. I am not a health professional, but I'd like also to say, when it comes to health, you don't have to be a health professional to start discussing health. And if you're waiting to, if you say, I have to go to a doctor to learn things, I think we might be making a bit of a mistake, because health is our responsibility. Treating a sickness is a doctor's responsibility, but taking care of our health is our responsibility. And that's why we research into it. We got into a company that the epitome of what the background is health. So this afternoon, we're going to discuss the respiratory health functions, and I think it is it's a time when it is key, because there have been challenges a lot with respiratory health. I will go through a few ideas. We'll talk through a few products that can help, and the background of what this thing we're discussing. Everything we discuss here can be found online. It's the research that has been done. We are fortunate in the company we're involved in, we have a scientific advisory board who constantly gives us information and helps us. So the things we learn here from over the years, my 25 years in the business, I have had the opportunity to sit with top scientists in the same room and even consult them on a one-on-one basis. So some of the items, some of the things, ideas I've got here, and the things we discuss are things I've also discussed with them, and I'll share with you. Without further ado, I'd like to jump straight into our presentation for this afternoon, and I will share a bit of a slideshow that we have prepared, that will give us. We'll go through this together. So let me just open that. Yes. And we start from the beginning. Okay. So one of the things about respiratory health, it's many of us, a lot of times do not, we don't think about how important it is to breathe easily. Lung disease is a problem, and most of us we take for granted the fact that breathing is an effortless thing, and most people take this for granted a lot of times. They don't breathing effortlessly for granted. We take it for granted. When our lungs are healthy, they expand easily into our chest cavity as you inhale, taking in vital oxygen from your blood to deliver throughout your body. Lung disease causes, and we'll talk about lung disease, the causes and types of common conditions. But some of us, when we are breathing okay, we're not thinking about it until you get a point. And I've had to be when they now get, they're having, people who have had asthma or they cannot breathe well. It's such a terrifying experience. And let's not take it for granted. We must be able to ensure that it is always good. Disease of the respiratory system is what we're going to talk about. And it's an important thing that we have to always keep in mind. And there are a few points that we have put up there. The chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, makes airways and air sacs less elastic, inflames the airways walls and clogs the lungs with excess mucus. It is the third leading cause of death. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Some of them are things like asthma, also called reactive airway disease, involves inflammation of the airways, usually in response to triggers such as pollen or dust or cold weather or stress or chemical fumes. People with asthma will have they have a problem on these times. This can cause a problem on these times. Bronchitis causes abnormal widening of the airways, making it difficult to rid the lower airways of mucus and phlegm, which raises the risk of infection. If you got bronchitis, the risk of infection goes up. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic condition that causes mucus in the organs, including the lungs, to become thick and sticky. Respiratory complications include infections, inflammation, and respiratory failure. Lung cancer. Lung cancer affects the lungs in multiple ways. Tumors may block airways, or fluid can collect around either lung, making expansion difficult. Lung cancer can also cause inflammation in the respiratory system. Now, some of us might be saying that these things don't affect us, but it is good to know, because many times people say lung cancer is caused because of smoking. But I know of some cases where people have got lung cancer and they never were smokers, but because they were around smokers, they developed it. Pneumonia is a lung infection, most commonly caused by bacteria or virus. People with chronic respiratory conditions like the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease are more vulnerable to developing pneumonia. Pneumonia can be fatal. Tuberculosis is a bacterial infection that affects the lungs and other parts of the body. TB can be inactive or latent for many years. And then of late, the coronavirus or COVID-19, an acute respiratory illness in humans caused by coronavirus, capable of producing severe symptoms and in some cases causes death, especially in older people and those with underlying health conditions. It was originally identified in China in 2019 and has become a pandemic. They are saying it's a bit better now. We're getting the vaccine, but it is still a problem. Then of course we have flu. Now, some of the causes of this chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, some of them are smoking. Smoking is a leading cause of lung cancer and the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and it can worsen asthma and trigger attacks. Secondhand smoke increases asthma attacks and upper respiratory infections in children and adults alike. Environmental, air pollution, environmental triggers like pollen contribute to asthma risks and flares. Autoimmune conditions, certain immune compromising conditions like scleroderma, rheumatoid arthritis can lead to pulmonary fibrosis. Scleroderma involves hardening of the skin and connective tissue. Rheumatoid arthritis affects the joints and sometimes other parts of the body. Sometimes from genetic, we might also get something because of genes, our genetic. So cystic fibrosis and alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency are caused by inherited genetic defects. So it might be something that you carry on from your parents and your parents over there. Things like asbestos, chemical carcinogens, and interesting enough, diet can be a cause of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. What are the symptoms now? What are the symptoms of this? Symptoms you'll find is shortness of breath with activity, persistent cough, those who are coughing often, a wet cough with mucus, the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, cystic fibrosis, and asthma, dry non-productive cough, pulmonary fibrosis, chest tightness, wheezing, rapid shallow breathing, hoarseness, recurring respiratory infections, fatigue, running nose, and even just body aches are all symptoms of this. We go on further. Be kind to your lungs. What one thing is, be kind to your lungs. Indoor, improve the air, simple deep breathing, do something like deep breathing, stay hydrated, don't smoke, exercise, things like prevent it, eat right. These are some of the things. So breathing well, you ensure that the air is clean, that you have your exercising also. These are the things you can do to be kind to your lungs. Let's avoid things that cause us problems. Now, the base of good nutrition, Neolife, and not Neolife, which is founded, this is the World Health Organization. This is what been adopted from them. They say that the basis for a healthy lifestyle are a few things. So there's a pyramid, there's a health pyramid. The basis of the pyramid should be physical activity and weight management. That must be the most of your day spent with physical activity and weight management. The things that you should be eating in your diet, whole grains should be a basis of your diet. A lot of whole grains. And whole grains means unprocessed the breads like whole grain bread, several grain bread. Fruits and vegetables should be also a large basis of that. Less protein and very little fat on top. That's what they say for a healthy lifestyle. This is important. And not just Neolife, but the World Health Organization has said this is what it should be. Now, this is the lifestyle that Neolife also says is important, and we work towards that. What happens is we have found that a lot of people, it has been, the typical lifestyle has been overturned. Many people are not having a lot of physical activity, especially when you had lockdown. It was not, many people now were just in their houses, not moving around. And minimal physical activity many times causes overweight. Whole grains. A lot of people avoid eating whole grains. They would rather eat processed foods, which remove the whole grains, like your white rice, your white bread, things that are, they are, people say they are more tasty. I don't know, but that's what the people tend to have. So they have less of whole grains, not much of fruits and vegetables. A lot of times I have seen that you find fruits and vegetables. It is funny that outside the hospitals, they sell a lot of fruits. There are stands there selling a lot of fruits. That's why people are buying fruits and vegetables. When someone is sick, we start thinking about that. It's a bit of a pity. Protein, then we're having more of meat. In fact, if a meal without meat is not a meal. In fact, some people say, if I don't have a meat there, I am not eating. Fats and sugars. Now the fats and sugars are sugars which are got from processed foods, simple sugars. Your white bread its carbohydrates can turn into sugars about fats. The chips, the foods that are fast foods. These ones are the ones which we eat a lot. Easier, convenient to get, but it means that we have upturned the pyramid, and our lives is like that. And then we start having problems. We are enjoying our meal, but in the long run, we have a problem. That occurs. What is the solution? How can you ensure that your pyramid is stand correctly? Because the normal thing to do is easy. It's an easy thing to go and just eat what is easily available, what is tastier, what people prefer. It's easy to go and do that. What can we do to make it correct? And what does New Life offer us? Now, some of the statistics I was saying, the trend show that it is time to reverse this, because the trend is by 2020, now this is this year, and we have seen a lot of it happening. Chronic diseases will account for almost 3 out of every 4 deaths worldwide. And this is what the World Health Organization has predicted. Things like heart disease is chronic, cancer is common, diabetes, stroke, chronic respiratory diseases are common, obesity. All these things are very common in our world today, 2022. These things are very common. You can go out, if you go and look around, who do I know who has got these problems? It's not difficult it's not difficult to find someone who has got these problems. And that's the trend. So we want to turn that trend around. Now, the background of New Life. New Life began in 1958. One of the people, the founder of New Life, it was 19 at that time, but also was interested because also he suffered from chronic pulmonary disease. He had trouble with breathing. His mother came up, gave him some natural remedies which helped him. And this attracted him to that. So he found there was a company that was producing foods that were based on whole grain. He got linked with it and started working with it. And they formed a company then, New Life, that besides just getting products that are good, had a scientific advisory board that does research constantly. One of the founders of the board is someone called Dr. Arthur First. Dr. Arthur First is actually the person who came up with the treatment for cancer. He's one who discovered it, and he's one of the ones who set up the board. There are several people who are scientists on that board who all help in developing the products, and they do research constantly. As we are speaking now, research is continuous, so it's continuous. And then that is why when you choose New Life products, you made the right choice. And that's because behind the creation of the products, they create the finest, safest, and most effective products in the world. And here's how. The products are non-GMO produced. There's a food traceability where they came from. Whole food-based cellular nutrition. It must be whole food-based. Created by doctors and scientists. Leading research. Clinically proven human clinical trials are done. That's the difference. I hear sometimes some people say, but I can get some products elsewhere for cheaper. And I ask the question, are you buying a product because it is cheaper or because it's effective? And I've got some cases of people who have done that and gone and bought some products which are more price friendly. They came back because they said what they bought was not effective. For us, because the guarantee, you're assured that the product is a quality product and is research done for the last, since 62 years of that, and 25 years of that, I have been involved, so I know what actually is working. One of the first products we look at and which will help you there is 3NN. If your cells are hungry, and they're hungry because they don't get fed. This product, 3NN, was first produced, was done because of a study done in America when we had the Industrial Revolution in the 1950s, when food processing became a thing. And they found that people started having a problem called chronic fatigue. The research done by the government found that the reason that people are having chronic fatigue, because for food processing, they were stripping the grains of the whole or the rice bran which are all being processed so they can last on the shelf longer. But when that happens, they remove something called the lipids and sterols, which help the cells to become more, which will help the cells to get in nutrients and remove toxins. If you don't have the right lipids and sterols, you have an unhealthy cell. So this product, the basis, and no other company in the world has it. It feeds the cells, it energizes, increases cellular energy, produces, optimize and energy production, optimizes the membrane function. A basis. Anything else you take after tree and end becomes more effective. The food you're eating gets in better. Any medicine you're taking gets in better because of this product. Very important for us to have a healthy lifestyle. Another important product is a carotenoid complex out from our fruits and vegetables. Carotenoid complex has been proven, and it's patented, it's clinically proven to boost the immune system by 37% in 20 days, higher than normal in 20 days. The carotenoid power of carotenoid is 115 kilograms of raw fruits and vegetables in every bottle. It's the world first of a whole food carotenoid supplement. All of us, and we must say, are prone to things like cancer. Everyone is prone to it. What are you doing? Ask yourself this question. What are you doing on a day-to-day basis to ensure that you will not get cancer? Because cancer does not come to you one day, oh, I am here. It takes a period of time, and when you have it, it has taken over a period of time to develop. What are you doing to lessen your chances of ending up having a cancer that is full-blown? Someone else in the body. Carotenoid complex have been proven to slow down any growth of cancer-causing agents in the body. Because there are many things that you eat, some of them we don't know, that cause cancer. But with carotenoid complex and eating fruits and vegetables, because your basis should be eat the fruits and vegetables, but with this, it slows down, proven, the growth of cancerous-causing cells in the body. So if you had something that was growing, a cancer that was growing, when you start taking carotenoid in your fruits and vegetables, it slows down that by the time it now will become bad, many years, over 100 years have passed, you don't care. You'll have lived your whole life without it being a problem. Importance of carotenoid complex. Besides giving you killer cells, besides having the other, this is one of the most important things. So anyone who says, tell us people, what are you doing every day to prevent your getting cancer becoming full-blown? Because we don't have cancer in our bodies. What are you doing? I take carotenoid complex daily, to be sure. Another product we have is the omega-3 salmon oil plus. And this is omega-3. It's a balanced, it has got all the omega-3s, clinically tested and ultra pure. It's the whole, they have found that for omega to be effective, it has to have the whole family, the alpha-linoleic acid, the steroidonic acid. There's several of them that are there. Now I see a lot of people selling omega-3 and 6 and different ones. Here it's the full body. There was a time when one of the scientists came to the country, one of the scientists on the Scientific Advisory Board was visiting Nairobi, going to give us a session. And he said, let us have a look at what competition we have in the market for our omega. He walked into a chemist in Nairobi, picked up a bottle of an omega-3, which they were claiming omega-3. He looked at it as a scientist, and on it, he could not see the ingredients that are important for omega-3. So he asked the chemist, where is the omega-3 here? I cannot see it labeled here. And he was told, without batting an eye, the chemist told him there's none, but it's called omega-3. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, some people know that omega-3 is a thing that has been touted to be a very good product, but they give you something that doesn't have it. How sure are you that when you go and buy a cheaper option that it has what it says it has? What if you are saying, let me save some money and buy a product, and you go and buy a product that is not giving you anything, useless, and after 10 years, you're told you've been wasting your money and it hasn't helped you? Wouldn't you rather get something that you are sure of, that has been tested and tried? I leave that question with you. For me, I know what are my choices. And then we've got the multivitamin and mineral supplements. Multivitamin, essential vitamins and minerals complex. Nourishes the cells more than just a multimineral. Complete blend of proprietary blend added iron. The added iron is for the health of the blood cells there. It is, in fact, the WHO estimates that 66% to 80% of the world's population may be iron deficient. This one gives you the iron that you need, the multivitamin and mineral blend in there. The solution as a whole, and to help you turn the pyramid around, is to get a product which is supplied by Neolife called Pro Vitality Pack. The Pro Vitality Pack has your TRNN, has your carotenoid complex, has your omega-3, and has your vitamins and minerals. So your whole grain basis is taken care of. Your fruits and vegetable base is taken care of. Your protein is taken care of, and the fat. It doesn't. I do not say do not eat and just take Pro Vitality, but it is a supplement, bridging the gap from what we don't have to what we have. This is what it is. But it's a very good solution. The energy you feel. I did a test for some time. I said, some people say it doesn't do anything. If you don't take it, sometimes you're saying you don't know how you can feel better. When you start taking it, you start seeing the difference. When I first got into this company, I was skeptical about supplementation. I used to think that maybe these Caucasians, these Wazungus, they are cheating us. But I was in a house one time, I was living in a house where there were 10 of us and a child. A cold came round twice. I never picked it up when I was in supplementation at all. So this is some of the things that are actually happening. The solution is a whole food nutrition, abundant energy, a powerful antioxidant, lifelong heart health, optimum immune system, healthy brain function, flexible joints, clear vision, youthful skin, youthful hair, lifelong cellular nutrition. And also your respiratory is taken care of with these products. And that's the benefit of Pro Vitality Pack. I would suggest, if you have not been taking Pro Vitality Pack as a distributor or as a guest, please, on Monday, the warehouse is open. Please ask the person who invited you to get you some of this product. For the respiratory tract, they've also developed a herbal product called Herbal Respiratory Complex. Does very well for the people who have got challenges like asthma. So Herbal Respiratory Complex will help you. It's a pure herbal product that helps with clearing out, giving you a herbal, helping your herbal respiratory challenges if they are. Vitamin C, we also have got a vitamin C. We've got all C, vitamin C, essential oils that combats illness, injury, infections, colds, flus. There's also got the Neolife Shake, which has got all your vitamins and minerals, a little bit of all of that, plus protein, pure protein without fat. And it's pre-digested enzyme, so it does not give you, it will not give you an irritation of the stomach. Very good product. This combination there will work extremely well in fighting any respiratory challenges that you may have. A health check, and now a few other products that we have there to boost the immune system: garlic and zinc. These immune system boosting substances are vital to staying well. Garlic allium complex. Garlic allium complex is a natural antibiotic. Zinc, essential for many functions in the body, and also enhances healing, plus boosts your immune system. If someone is sickly or someone has gone to an operation I suggest taking some zinc. It will help your healing. It enhances your healing. Your healing is much faster. And I've seen this personally. In times when I have colds and flus, I don't go and take medication for colds and flus. I take zinc. And zinc, if you take a high dose of zinc, it can clear a cold in 3 days completely. I've done it over and over again for the last 25 years. For myself and for people who have actually supplied, who have sold the products to. Then there's a product called CoQ10 for energy. When you start getting older, this is a product that is essential for energy level as you get older. When you start getting 40 and 50 and above, it's a product you need to have. You might be saying, there are too many things. If you want to function well and do your business and do your things, these products help you to go out there. Others, you struggle. You're sickly, you don't enjoy life. These ones will help you get out there and enjoy the life because you'll have energy to do things that you need to do. For children, we've got things like the All-C, also the chewable tablets. So if they don't want to swallow, they can chewable tablets. They've got Liquivite, which is a liquid vitamin C. Then there's VitaGuard, which is like the carotenoid complex, but for children. VitaSquares, the 3NN, the Formula 4 for children, all chewable. And then with that, children are taken care of. In school, they don't pick up things. This one, your child is taken care of very well with this. Before I go on, you've had me for a long time, and you might say, is this really true? I have a friend of mine who also has been in business, and he's got some stories. I'll let him share also some of his personal experience about using the products. Robert Kamau. Robert, are you there? I'd like you to share a bit.
Yes, Dan.
Let's share a bit on your side so that we don't see I'm not the only biased person here. Give us your story. You've been here. He's a director.
Thank you very much, Dan. Good evening, everyone. Before I even say my name, I would just like to say, Dan, you've done that presentation very well. As much as you told us that you're not a doctor, if you didn't say that, I would have said you're one. Well done. My name is Robert Kamau. I'm married to a wonderful lady called Betty, and we're blessed with 3 children, a teenager and young adult. And I work as an accountant with the government of Kenya. And I'm also a distributor of this great company, New Life. And this opportunity or this company came to me through my wife. She came home one day very excited, and she told me that she had been told of an opportunity that could change our lives. I did not understand her at that moment, so it took me a while because I had never done any other business there before, and I had never heard about this opportunity. So she came after 1 month with some small results, a small check that never excited me a lot. That was 300 shillings. So she put more effort away from me, and after 6 months, she presented a check of 23,000. That is when I started getting interested. I think men sometimes you want to see big things at the beginning. So I was invited for a recognition meeting where she was being recognized as a director. And since I'm her partner, I was also given that position. So I got very excited because I went and met very excited people. I remember Dan Odero was in that meeting. And I understood a few things that I didn't know. The first thing I understood was I had a problem that could be sorted out by these products that we have in this wonderful company. The challenge that I had at that moment, I was asthmatic from when I was a small boy. And I heard the story of the founder of this company. And he had a similar problem that I had. So I got very interested to know which products I can use. And basically Dan has brought them very well. I started immediately on herbal respiratory. I was also given 3NN. The good bit is Dan has explained how they work. I got into vitamin C and NutriShake. And after a few months, I started noticing a lot of improvement. There are some things that it was not obvious for me to do. Anytime I was taking water, I would make sure it is warm. I could not take cold water. In the morning, my allergies were very bad, and in the evening. And I could not do without a handkerchief. In fact, I had so many of them. So after a while, I started noticing that is changing. And I got very excited. Basically, after 1 year, a lot of change had happened to me. And I started now sharing the same to my friends. One of my daughters had issues. I also gave her the children program. I also, the herbal respiratory being one of them, Vita Square, Vita Guard. And we were always going to hospital because of our issues, our complications. That minimized, and after a few years, it stopped. I used to use inhalers, and today I don't. So lately, I have customers in Kericho who have been having problems because I think of the cold. They have also really benefited from the products. So other than the respiratory issues that I had, there are many other benefits that I've gotten because I have energy throughout the day. The products, as much as they're addressing the respiratory issues, also address other issues. So you get vibrant the whole day and you're productive. And that makes you feel good. And people always ask you, what are you using? And you tell them and you help them. On top of that, the business also has been very good because when you share the products with other people, you sell to them, you make money. So I started making money in this company. And there are very many things that we've done that we would not have done if we were not in this business. It's a business every day you make money. Your dreams are easier met. And as we look forward to the future, you realize the retirement and thereafter will be a good time. Many people, they are not very comfortable when they hear one day they'll stop working. But when you're in this company, you are assured. The other thing that I've done is I've grown as a person. I've learned a lot of leadership skills, people skills. That has helped me even in the marketplace, at my workplace. I'm able now to give somebody hope and to show them something that they can do that can change their lives. Before I came into this business, I had never traveled out of this country. This opportunity has enabled me to go out of the country 3 times. And it's something because when you go out there, you meet other people and you learn other new things and you open your horizon. Now, the future is very bright. Challenges are never, you don't miss some challenges. One of the challenges I got when I got into the business, my colleagues and friends used to make fun of me. Some of them say, oh, I have a headache, what can I take? Daktari. In fact, up to today where I work, I'm called Daktari. But that's a good thing because at the end of the day, I make money. I give them products that make them excited. So for the new guys who are coming on board, our guests to this evening, I want to tell you that these products that we've been told about, I thought they were drugs, watu wanaziita madawa, they are food supplements that will take us to many, many years when the Lord keeps us. Otherwise, thank you very much for the opportunity for me to share. And I look forward to all of us using the products and getting into the business. Thank you and God bless you. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Robert. With that candid, yes, we've been together for a long time. Yes, and people sometimes make fun and call us Daktari. But I think what has to change, and if someone's getting the business, you don't have to have a medical background or think about it, but think about this. In life, it is critically important that you understand how to keep yourself healthy. Being healthy is your duty. The doctors are there to treat sicknesses and illnesses when they happen. But many times we can prevent getting to those if we eat, if we have the right things or take care of our health properly. We can prevent. Robert has put it very well. Yes, this is and these are stories. I mean, he has seen a lot of benefits. We have seen a lot of benefits. Anyone who has gotten sees a lot of benefits with the products. That is for sure. Now, we've talked about the supplementation, but New Life has also got products in the cleaning range. And why do I want to mention cleaning range quickly? Because some of the things, if you've got a respiratory, and it was mentioned then, some of the things that cause respiratory challenges is chemicals and things we use. If you use things in the house that have got a chemical base, they can affect you. I remember one time a friend of mine was put into the toilet, was mixing 2 different chemicals in the toilet and to make it strong and to clear it, and they smelled and they almost died. How safe are the things used in our house? How safe are they? Are you sure the thing is very safe? Is it causing you problems maybe that you don't realize now, but in a few years' time you have problems? I've had many people who have got problems over time. I worked in the hotel industry, and some people who have been working there in cleaning, who are doing cleaning, are now suffering from things they used years ago. The products that New Life produces in the cleaning range are economical, they are biodegradable, they are versatile, and they are very safe. In fact, a lot of the things that when you're using some of the cleaning products, when you pour it onto plants can grow better. If a child drinks some of the products that we have, puts in their mouth, you just give them water, they bubble from both sides and they are okay. So that is one of the areas that we have got. And this is something we do on a day-to-day basis. Whether in New Life or not, you will buy some cleaning product every day. Why not buy a product from the company that recognizes how much you've bought and pays you for referrals and for buying for yourself? Why not? You don't have to think. It's not even you say I don't want business, just start buying from the company. You say, how can I buy at a discounted price? One of the products we have called LDC, there was a time 25,000 penguins were saved. The largest wildlife rescue operation in history relied on LDC for cleaning 25,000 oil-soaked penguins in Cape Town. Some years ago, 20 or 5, there was a problem with an oil spill. The only product that could help was LDC without affecting animals. That's how effective it was. Only in the whole world. That's a product they could find. It's a good product. The other things that we also have for personal care, your aloe vera gel, which helps soothe there for small bumps and bruises, the aloe vera gel. For bathing with, that will not cause your problem skin, the refreshing bath and shower gel. It's like being in a 5-star hotel in your home and lasts a long time. It's very nice. Fantastic products that we have there. Now, there are many other supplements that are targeted. We've got things for bone and joint health, for stress management, for sharper minds, for weight management, for health, heart health, for energy fitness, digestive health, sugar level balance, men and women health, fertility, libido, issues of hormonal balance, challenges, children's health. These are things that the company researches and produces that are very good for. Invest in your health. One of the things that we must do is invest in our health, because when you do that, I tell you, it is cheaper to supplement and prevent than treat. I'm also involved in the insurance industry. I'm an insurance sales advisor, and paying these things is scary. If you can prevent, you can save on your insurance also. Invest in your health. The business there's a business option we can do. You can get into the business just to buy for yourself. Some people get into the business to build businesses. You might find someone, you introduce the business, becomes a business builder, starts building it, like Robert starts building it, like Fred, we start building our businesses doing that. There's some people who say, I just want to be a consumer. And a consumer, there's one thing that Neolife has always done. When Neolife began, it said each product has to have a point value, because it wanted to compare in different parts of the world what the products do. But every product also, when you buy it, whether you're buying it to sell it or buy it for yourself, it gives them some volume that they can pay you back on. Now, I know a lot of other companies have begun point value things, like in supermarkets. You find like a supermarket has got point value, loyalty points, they call it. When you make phone calls, they've got bonga points. And those points, they can say that you can get a free call, after that you can get some free products. But look at how much they give you. In supermarkets, I know that 1 point in a supermarket is normally 80 cents. If it's the best. During Christmas, they give you 150 shillings. Safaricom, with a lot of money, says bonga points is 10 shillings. Do you know that Neolife 1 point is between 100 and 150 shillings a point? And the product with the minus points is 5 points. Every time you buy, that means this is an income generating thing. Even if you're just buying to use for yourself and you're not thinking about others, you're making money because you've got money there, which income generates an income. So you might find some sellers in the business there. The benefits you find is personal growth, leadership development, international travel. When we travel internationally, I remember being one time in Amsterdam. The place was full. And we said, well, who travels? The place was full. People travel, and it is a possibility with Neolife. Retire healthy and active. We have generations which have been doing this business. 4 generations down the line are doing this business. Some people have started in America. Some people are there 4 generations down the line. Building lasting relationships, earning residual income, that you earn money whether you are sleeping or not. When you look to monitor your business, back offices will monitor your business with that. Share your story with other people, because people are looking for things with the COVID time happening. Share your story. People are losing jobs. People are looking for extra income. Share your story. This is the business. I won't discuss the details, but this is basically in your mind how the business works. So to end, I mean, it says, discover with Neolife, discover a better way of life. We're in a mission to make the world a healthier and a happier place. That's our mission as a company. That is it. This is Neolife for you. I hope this has been enlightening, and I hope it's made you think. For those who are guests here, please find out more information. Turn to the person who invited you. Ask them more. How can I get some products? How can I learn more about the business? For those who are distributors, please share. There are many people suffering out there who don't know what we have. We've got a good thing here. This company is here to stay. It's been in Kenya now 26 years, and the world 60 years. We are going places. But a lot of health challenges can be taken care of by supplementation and changing our buying habits. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You have been a fantastic audience. I'll end and hand it back to my friend, Fred Kishuki. Thank you, Fred.
Wow, thank you so much, Dan. That was awesome. You've done it so well. I think you fit in as a health professional, although you claim you're not. I think it runs in your blood. Maybe you ended up in the wrong profession. So congratulations for that. Congratulations, Kamau, for an awesome testimony. Guys, we've come to the end of the session. Mine is just to urge you, let's take action on what you have learned. If you're a guest, get in, get started, become a distributor. If you're a distributor, let us share this information. We'll be back here next Sunday when we'll be discussing a different aspect of health. And I want to challenge everybody, bring a friend along, bring a relative. They don't really have to be interested in the business part of it. But you see, health is universal and everybody needs good health. So let us invite massively for next week. We'll be back here so that we can spread this word to everybody. You can spread this word to everybody and we can actually touch as many lives as possible. As we close, somebody was asking a question that she got COVID and she lost her sense of taste. So she was wondering what she can get. And my take on that is that the products that Dan has talked about, especially zinc, the Neolife Shake, the Trianen, CoQ10, very important, CoQ10. These are products that will actually help you to recover your sense of taste, and they will help your organs to function properly. And basically just fine-tune the body so that the body can function the way God intended it to function. But otherwise, it was great having you guys. Have a blessed afternoon. God bless you, and we'll see you next Sunday. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Robert. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Fred. Good night.